Ryan Garcia loves his Ostarine so much so that he has two different supplements that tested positive for Ostarine. It has been revealed two supplements listed on doping control forms submitted by Ryan Garcia before his win showed the presence of the banned substance Ostarine, according to sports medicine research and testing laboratory reports released Thursday. The doping control forms, which were viewed by ESPN, were submitted alongside Garcia's urine sample collections on April 19th and 20th, both of which returned adverse findings for Ostarine. The supplements, raspberry lemonade flavored NutraBio Supercarb, which showed the presence of Ostarine at 70-2200 picograms per gram powder, and Body Health strawberry flavored amino acid blend at 660 to 830 picograms. The other supplements Garcia listed on the forms: D3, iron, Thorn Elite multivitamins, and magnesium glycinate. Paul Green, who represented UFC stars John Jones and Shane O'Malley in doping cases, told ESPN on Thursday he's hopeful the presence of Ostarine in those supplements will lead to a reduced suspension for Garcia from the New York State Athletic Commission. Now, before I continue to read further about what Paul Green said, you have to ask him what his motive is when he's represented John Jones and Shane O'Malley in doping cases, and two, why he would be concerned about what the New York State Athletic Commission will rule. Right? That's not any of his concern. If he is the person who drug test, then you give us the results. You give us your findings. Why is this guy trying to force his opinion on what he thinks should happen next into it? That's not his job. So the New York State Athletic Commission doping rules adhere to strict liability. Strict liability, which means the fighter is responsible for any supplements they take. I'll read that again. Strict liability, which means the fighter is responsible for any supplements they take. Keep in mind, Ryan tests positive for he took two different quote unquote contained supplements. Green, right? This is this guy, Paul Green, acknowledges that there was still a quote negligent component to Garcia's actions, but argues it was an innocent mindset. Again, this guy tests samples, urine, right? He does drug testing. How can you tell us what someone's mindset is? You cannot. So in one hand, you say is negligent. There's negligence. Yes. If you ignore something and let a crime happen, that's called negligence. Willful negligence. Plausible deniability. People do this all the time. Okay, I'll take that. Whatever's in this bottle, I'll take whatever's in there. I don't know what's in it. Honestly, no one told me. It's not on the label. But I'll just drink this bottle of liquid, and if I test positive, I'll just say, hey, I didn't know. I didn't know it was in there. And that is where negligence comes in. That's why they say you're still responsible for everything you take. You could always not take all of these aminos and all of these different D3 and all these different things, iron and all. I mean, you take what you can confirm and that's been tested. Why would you take a product that hasn't been tested, knowing that it's possible you can fail a drug test? The World Anti-Doping Association code actually recognizes a declaration of a supplement in advance as proof that the athlete took it. Right? So we know that Ryan took these things according to them because he submitted them previous to the fight. right? So think about this. Just because he told us that he was about to take it means that he's absolved? No, it doesn't. You could look at it two ways. He told us exactly what PED he would be taking, right? And it allows an athlete to get a reduced sanction in most cases, right? Said Green, the founding partner of Global Sports Advocates, who is representing Garcia alongside 3 other attorneys. Now think about it. Paul Green is representing Ryan, right? Alongside 3 other different attorneys. So, what does that say about him? He's completely biased, right? So he says that he's hopeful. I'm sorry. Paul Green is not over Sports Medicine Research and Testing Laboratory. Paul Green is with the Global Sports Advocates, right? So he's just another guy, just another mouthpiece to try and get Ryan off. I'm correcting myself. So it goes on to say, Paul Green says he's hopeful that the punishment will be on the very lowest end of how they determine these cases. Normally, there's a range of sanction based on degree of fault. And when you have a situation where you have a contaminated supplement where it's not available in an internet search, it's not on a label, there's no way an athlete could have possibly known the banned substance was in there unless they would have sent it to one of the 2 WADA accredited laboratories in advance. Why didn't you do this thing? This is exactly what you should do. If yes, type yes. I don't get why you get to just that's like me taking drugs, me literally not knowing what I'm taking and just putting stuff in my body. And then when I test positive for something, me saying, well, I didn't know. Bro, you just can't be out here taking whatever. You can't just be out here taking any type of supplements, especially if it's not available in an internet search. If it's not on the label, there's no way an athlete could have possibly known. That's why you don't take it, because you don't know what's in it. That's why it's called negligence. That's why you shouldn't take anything unless it's been tested. Because you can do this. Paul Green literally told us this. Unless is the key word. And that's exactly what you should have did. Sent it to one of the 2 WADA accredited laboratories in advance. But you didn't do that. You just went around taking stuff and you test positive. I don't care if it was contaminated or whatever. People say it's contaminated. No, they put that in there for a reason. Ostarine is created in a lab, right? It's not a natural thing. So even these supplement places, they don't have to always disclose what's in it. So they'll put Ostarine in it. Because what? What are the effects of it? Well, I'll get into that, right? So he said he hopes that Garcia can avoid a hearing with the commission and all sides. The WBC, the New York State Athletic Commission, and the fighters team can come to an agreement on his punishment. We understand Ryan's going to get some sanction, but we feel like given this evidence now, it should be a light sanction. He believes 4 months or less would be most appropriate. Where are you getting this from? 4 months or less? Where do you get that from? Ryan be off from fighting every 4 months anyway, right? So let's get into what Ostarine does. It's a selective androgen receptor modulator, a SARM, that attaches to protein in the body and effectively signals for muscles to grow. It is used to aid performance by helping athletes build muscle mass, enhance their rate of fat loss, as well as to increase stamina and recovery ability. So why wouldn't this be beneficial to Ryan? If he can train more and train more often, recovery ability. If he can increase his stamina, which we know is terrible, while also building muscle mass and enhancing the rate of fat loss, right? When you're cutting weight, when you want to cut weight but keep muscles and build muscle, but also increase your stamina and your recovery ability. Again, this has many different benefits to someone who might take it, like Ryan Garcia. Ostarine has been on the World Anti-Doping Agency ban list since 2008, and in 2022 was listed as an anabolic agent by WADA. So this has been banned since 2008. Very long time, people. Right? We talking about 16 something years. And so also Ostarine has been used in boxing before. Lucien Boot tested positive for it in 2016 following a draw with Badu Jack, and the result was changed to a DQ win for Jack. Amir Khan was handed a 2-year ban by UCAD after he tested positive for Ostarine in his loss to Kell Brook. So we know that people have, DeAndre Hopkins was caught on it. Athletes have been using it, right? So ironically enough, Ryan posted that he's absolved, right? Ryan Garcia drug test fails Ostarine contamination legal team, right? So how does this absolve you? All this does is prove that you were taking PEDs, right? When you say a supplement is contaminated, so you mean to tell me this perfect amino acid and this other supplement you were taking were accidentally contaminated? Have you tested the other lots of these supplements, right? Was it just your container that was contaminated, or is that whole line of supplements contaminated? They didn't disclose this. They did not disclose this, right? So this doesn't absolve you, right? This just puts a place where it came from. And as I said, if you just go around taking anything with your eyes closed and then trusting it, that is your fault. Strict liability, which means you are responsible for any and everything you put in your body. So if you're not willing to test it, don't take it. If you're not willing to suffer the consequences of whatever might be in that supplement that you're not paying attention to, or that hasn't been cleared or tested, then you're completely responsible. If you're driving a car at 70 miles per hour and you close your eyes, are you responsible for whatever happens? Right? If somebody makes a drink blindly behind your back and you drink it, are you basically accepting whatever might be in it? I know people who don't even drink after other people, let alone gonna take something that they don't know what's in it. Especially if I know I'm being drug tested by the best drug agencies in the world. So again, Ryan hasn't been absolved of anything. Right? Ryan hasn't been absolved of anything. He hasn't been vindicated of anything. These dudes on social media, again, I saw one dude that was saying, if gladiators fought today, they would also take PEDs. It was amazing, bruh. I was amazed at the slurping for Ryan is insane. I really think these dudes is attracted to Ryan in a real type of way, man. So let me know what y'all think about all of this. Again, Ryan hasn't been cleared. If anything, he just proved that he cheated. Or that he cheated has been proven even more emphatically, right? So let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. It's the baddest brand in the land, Champ Side.